Hello guys, so today we're going to be doing some Muay Thai on the bag and going over some skills, if you will. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Now, if you guys are wondering why my form looks a little funky, it's because I just got back from the gym and it's super hot in here. I tried to film later, but it's just super bad today. So, and then, by the way, when you're hitting the bag, and I don't have my mic, by the way, because I just don't want it to like fall off and step on it, you know. But when you're hitting the bag, and this is actually Bruce Lee's technique, you gotta kind of like push through your punches if you want to create power. So like, if I want to knock over the bag, I'm not just gonna kind of hit like that. I'm gonna like push through the punch, because a lot of people like think the secret to hitting rough is just like, you know, just be big or just get, you know, muscular or huge or put on weight or put on mass. And that's not really the secret, because if you just like this is a 200-pound bag, not from the bag, but from the bottom, but you can still knock it over if you hit it, if you go through your punches and kind of, you know, hit rough. So, and it also works for like tees too, so like, if I tee it, it goes really far, you know. That was more of a jumping tee, but you get the point. So, I've been practicing Muay Thai for any new viewers for about, I'd say like, you know, 7 months. So I'm not like extremely experienced, but when it comes to the Bruce Lee technique, that's kind of like, if you want to hit rough, that goes for any fighting style, any way of fighting. I don't know if you want to consider wrestling because you're not really punching, obviously, but so because otherwise, if you just kind of hit it, like, yeah, you can hit it rough, but it's like, it's not gonna knock it over, you know. And I know I've talked a lot about conserving energy, and because of that, you don't necessarily want to hit hard every time either. So while it might seem like a good idea to just like go through every punch and, you know, push it over, but it's not really like the right thing to do if you're trying to conserve energy. And that's usually if you're in an actual fight or if you're sparring, you have to, because the other person, especially if the other person's an idiot and just uses up all their energy, and punching through though will still get you somewhere, especially if you find like a good opportunity to just suck them in the face and kind of hit them. Or like, and it could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be the face. You could hit them in the stomach. You could hit them anywhere, anywhere vulnerable. You can also just like leg kick them in the hamstrings, which really hurts for anybody who doesn't know. And usually it's because you get hit in the veins, and then it starts to kind of sting almost. So, like I said, kind of, you know, find the right time to hit them, and then once you do that, then you'll really want to hit hard because you found your time. So you just punch through, and obviously, like, you know, getting the technique down, it depends on the person. It's not always gonna take the same amount of time for every person, but I think that I'm you know, not the one thing that I'm not good at is keeping my hands up. And for any viewers who are trying to learn like Muay Thai, keep your hands like up here. And I know you've kind of been seeing me a little bit like this, which is better than keeping them down here, obviously. But when you're like really fighting, you want to keep them right here, because if someone, like, let's say this is an actual person, if I hook someone and they have their hands up like this, it won't really hurt them, because even if you hit really hard, it's a hook. You know, you can't punch through with the hook. Like you can't go push them with the hook because you're going from the side, and then they also are kind of, you know, keeping their gloves up, so that'll completely protect them from the punch. And then last thing also, like if you're if you like grapple someone's head, you don't want to like grapple them by the neck, because when you're grappling, like their neck can be super strong, and especially if that's the case, they won't move, you know. But if you get them by the head, then all of a sudden they'll start moving, and then you'll be able to, you know, hit them in the face, you know, do whatever you need to do. But usually that does go for Muay Thai also, but most likely you're going to be using that in wrestling. So anyways, if you're wondering like about my next video, I'm thinking about doing like another calisthenics thing. I'm not fully sure yet. But for now, I'm still thinking about it. If you guys have any video ideas, let me know. But other than that, thanks for watching.